Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to talk about Canopy and other stock market related news, but the video is going to be titled me adding another 500 shares or adding more shares to Canopy. I'll make it 1,050. So I added another 1,050 shares to Canopy, giving me a grand total of 6,900 shares now. I'm hoping to keep adding to that, so I'm really hoping that Canopy stock price declines. I do have some money on the side to add to the stock position, so I'll let you guys know in a future updated video. But so this is my story. I messed up on August 21st 2018, like right in the morning. I woke up and I noticed that Roy was up. So I went and I bought 500 shares, and then but I bought it on the wrong account. So this account I wasn't supposed to buy any. I was saving that money for some, like, for a decline or a dip or something, or another buy, but I accidentally bought into this account. And I was trying to cancel. I had 2 minutes to cancel, but the bank wouldn't let me. It said error, too late, you already made a purchase. So I was like, shit. So I bought it anyways at like right in the morning when it opened at $50.83. And then I was watching Aurora and Canopy, and I noticed that Aurora went up all the way, like 9% gain for like early in the morning. So I was like, oh my god, Aurora went up a lot. Canopy might follow. So then I quickly went out and I bought another 550 shares. So I lost about, on the original count that I sold 600 shares. So I lost about 50 shares. And I bought it at $50.79. So if you look at today's prices, which is $51.74. Is it still up there? Or not? $52. So I've already made a profit off buying those stocks at that price. In the morning, I woke up early in the morning. I wanted to buy more shares, but I got greedy. I was hoping it would drop down to like 49, 47. I should have just had a price target in mind, like $49. If it drops below $49, I should have went out and I should have just bought, and I would have, and yeah. But no, I was hoping it had a decline to $47 or $46, but that was just me trying to be greedy again, and I failed for another buy. I'm really hoping tomorrow it dips below $50 so I can get a good buy, because I'm planning to add to my position. I'm planning to buy more shares of this company, and then once I do, once I have the comfortable amount of shares I want in this company, because there is, when I'm serious about a company, I always try to aim for a certain amount of shares that I want to own of this company. It's about 10,000 shares. I want to own around 10,000 shares of Canopy. I'm hoping to do it at a good price. So I'm really hoping it has a decline tomorrow in price. But we'll see what happens. Aurora had a decline today. 9 cents, 1.1%. I'm not planning to sell any of my Aurora stock, especially, you know, since August 24th is coming soon, and I want my free Australia's Capital shares. I'm curious on the company, what it does, but free shares is free shares, right? Like, and warrants. I never really had a warrant. Maybe this will be my first warrant. So that's gonna be exciting when I get that transaction completed, and then I can show you guys proof that I have Australia's Capital, that Roy paid me. That'd be a cool video to make in the future. So Namaste came out with some news today, and the stock climbed 2%. Let's see if it yeah, it's still stuck at 2 cents gain, 1.37% gain for the day. So Namaste announced 14,000 registered patients as of August 22nd, 2018. They promised 50,000 patients by the end of the year. They might get close because they are ramping their patients quite fast, and so once they get their sales license, the stock could fly. I'm hoping it does. There's a lot of people who really believe in this company. I'm not here to bash it or anything. I just put the stock under speculation because I don't know. It's just, to me, the margins are not high enough. I mean, I get it. They're not a brick and mortar store, so they don't really need like high gross margins. But still, Canopy and Aurora has really high gross margin. Well, Canopy will have high gross margins once they get their act together, but because they are aggressively growing and aggressively expanding, they're losing out on their gross margins. But hey, they got a $5 billion deal from Constellation Brand. They're still the #1 company in Canada. They'll be the company that Canopy will be the company that gets the most supply agreement. Bonafide, Namaste also announced a Bonafide deal. I'm assuming because Bonafide doesn't really have very much supply agreements throughout Canada, so they're trying to find any way to sell their product as much as possible. They have a 350,000 square foot facility, and they are planning to supply Namaste medical patients. You know what? Namaste will move away from speculation if they merge with another LP that has a high capacity for growing. Then I think Namaste would move away from being a speculation stock. That would be a very interesting move if that happens. I'm hoping it does. I'm still a shareholder. I still have a decent amount of shares, not as much what I used to have. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Canopy had some news today. They said that they're gonna expand the Hershey factory for additional 223,000 square foot cultivation space. This Hershey factory was actually kind of smart because they basically bought an empty building in the middle of nowhere to grow cannabis. They had to retrofit it, they had to rebuild it, but this facility was in the middle of a town that had like literally nobody around, like very low population of people, and so the facility bought was dirt cheap. It wasn't very much because it was in the middle of nowhere. So Canopy got a really good deal for the facility, and on top of that, they're creating jobs, and they're creating a town around this Hershey factory that they're building, which is pretty smart. Because you know the government likes it when you help. You know, you help the province or you help the city grow by building a weed factory around that city, which is the Hershey factory. Which and then Canopy also have like facilities all over Canada, so it guarantees them, hey, we're employing people, we're working people, so they get a good supply agreement from all the provinces because they expanded everywhere in Canada. They have a facility almost like in every part of Canada, which is a very good strategy. I mean, it's expensive, it's not efficient, but the government likes it, and now they have a $5 billion deal, so it actually looks like a genius move now, because like, hey, we're not very efficient like Aurora, where Aurora has like planned out dedicated facilities in the province where the tax rates are like the lowest in Canada. So I mean, it's not as efficient as Aurora. It's probably going to be more expensive because they have to hire random people. They have to rebuild and retrofit the buildings, which I mean will create jobs, and the government likes that. So I mean, yeah, but Canopy's strategy is kind of all over the place. But now they have $5 billion. It makes it seem like it was a genius strategy because they have footprint on every province of Canada, except for maybe Northwest Territory and Yukon, because that's like cold and who wants to really work up there? And growing weed in a cold environment is kind of stupid. Yeah, anyways, that's all I really have to say about Canopy news today. Ontario supply agreement. According to Midas letter on CanTrust, the CEO was saying that they got their supply agreement from Ontario. This was a couple weeks ago. I listened to Midas letter, and they were not allowed to tell people or the public how much supply they guaranteed. So we don't exactly know, but I'm assuming, you know, Canopy has a pretty decent supply agreement. Aurora and Metro Leaf also probably have a decent amount, probably second behind Canopy, and then the other companies probably get like a little bit less, but I'm assuming the big two, Aurora and Metro Leaf and Canopy, will have a really good supply agreement, and while other licensed producer will have, you know, will split it evenly. But this is just speculation on my part. I could be wrong. Let's move on. So, dirty money. So, this is a very interesting episode of Dirty Money. It's on this company right here called Venlax. Can't even say it. Valent. Like, if you look at Valent, right, it had a massive spike to like $300 or $335, and it crashed really hard. Like, know what I noticed? Like, when a stock is about to crash, it always has a massive run up before it just has a massive crash. It's kind of weird. It's like insider knows something, so they're like raising the stock price massively before they crash it. I don't know, like a pump and dump kind of, but will it ever go back up to here again? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll recover the company. The finances are pretty good. I mean, they're still making like $8 billion a year. They made a $2 billion profit in the end of 2017. So the company's still making some money. According to this video, it's pretty interesting. What happened was the CEO would come in and he would buy out all the like pharma companies, medical companies, and then he would fire people, or he would he would restructure those companies to have less on R&D, and all he would do is he would raise the price of the drugs slowly over time, like 50% every year or every month or something. And then soon people were noticing, hey, I would buy this drug was like $10 a pill, now it's like $200 a pill, or it was used to be $200 for this like drug, and now it's like $20,000 for this drug. And the court came to Valid and be like, what the hell? You guys can't do this to people. You guys can't judge the hell of it. They would absolutely do nothing illegal, because this was, according to the law, you were allowed to do this. This because America is a public company. I mean, it's a public, it's a capitalism society. So they were totally allowed to do this. It wasn't illegal. It was morally wrong, but it wasn't illegal for them to do this. So they were raising the price of drugs, and it made the company seem like they were making more money, they were making more profit, but the reality wasn't really. I mean, yeah, they were making more profit because, you know, each drug was very cheap to produce, and they were making tens and twenties of thousands of dollars off of the insurance companies, which was raising the price of everybody's insurance premium up 57%. It was a very interesting video. It was very similar to what Aurora is doing with all the acquisition, but Aurora is a little different. But it has lots of like business information in here. I definitely recommend this video watch. So AMD is up today, $20.76. Yesterday, my friend told me, he messaged me that saying that his uncle said that a bunch of institutional investors were starting to invest into AMD, and the next day kind of climbed. So I don't know, maybe he has some, maybe that information is true. I would take it with a grain of salt, but regardless, I'm not gonna buy AMD. I think the buying AMD days are over for me, unless it has a decline back to maybe like $16 or $17, then maybe. But it also depending on what caused the stock to decline back to 16 to $17 will determine my buying, if I want to buy or not. Tesla, I mentioned Tesla not too long ago, at around like $300 or a little bit under $300. You bought it right when I said it, you would probably make like a decent profit. I'm sure that the stock will not decline back to like $250. But yeah, I just kind of want to point it out. And I came across a very interesting video. This person is very bullish on Tesla, saying that the stock could go to $4,000, giving it a $700 billion stock market cap. I would not give Tesla that much, but she makes a really good point. I will play the video, and I'm going to end it off with this video.
Today we're taking a closer look at technology. We are joined by Cathie Wood, ARK Invest CEO and CIO, rang the opening bell this morning in recognition of the ARK Innovation ETF crossing $1 billion in assets under management. Nice to see you. Welcome back.
Great to see you, Sarah. I'm happy to be back.
I've got to start with Tesla, because for months now you have said this is a $4,000 stock. Given all the drama over the last few weeks, do you still think that?
Yes, actually. Our conviction has increased recently because of their new chip. We think they're 3 years ahead of any other auto manufacturer in two ways. One, very importantly, is the chip, and the other is their battery technology. So yes, our conviction has increased.
What about leadership, whether they're going to go private, the tweets? Yeah. I mean, it's endless.
Yes, that $420 price. We're writing a letter to Elon and the board explaining, actually showing our models, top-down and bottom-up models, showing how we get to 4,000, which if you use a 15% discount rate would be $2,000 today. So that $420 price to us is
too low.
Way too low.
He's stealing the company if he were to actually get it at that, huh?
Yeah,
what is this?
And I also think about this. If he goes private, what does this mean? He's showing us quarterly statements, right? He'll have to show private equity monthly, and they'll be combing through each line item. And I guarantee you, he will not be able to scale that company the way he wants to. China, trucks, energy storage, he'll have to curtail some of those. And I don't think he wants to do that.
Well, he wants everybody to roll in with him, including shareholders like you.
Yes.
So would you just do that?
Our ETFs, given what we know of the structure,
can't do it,
we
right?
can't do it.
Yeah.
And so he'd be depriving some of his biggest advocates, his fans, you know, the owners of his cars, of participating in this ride.
I guess the model that gets you to 4,000, right?
Yes.
First of all, what is that, a $700 billion market cap?
Yeah,
I mean, roughly speaking.
There.
So, I mean, there's a distance between here and there.
Yes.
Can he execute, because it seems basically like the cars are a Trojan horse for this bigger world domination strategy for moving people around and energy storage. But can he actually get every step along the way to bridge to that future, even if you thought it was going to happen?
Oh, we think he's arguably, Google's doing a good job. But we think Tesla is way ahead of the game. They've got 10 billion miles of data plus. This is an artificial intelligence project. And it is going to take Tesla from 20% gross margins to 80% gross margins. It's a software as a service, transportation as a service model. And we don't think until very recently, and I know there was a big kerfluffle around the conference calls, but finally, we had some very good questions around autonomous and trucks. Trucks is another very, very big opportunity. Autonomous truck platoons, we think, will transport freight more cheaply than rail. Trucks and rail are the same size market, so another huge opportunity.
I mean, they're big ideas, but then you have to look at questions like, why doesn't he have a number two when he's staying up at all hours of the night and tweeting things that may or may not be fully true or fully compliant with the SEC? And what about the board? And do you have confidence that it is being well run? The track record is it's had a history of missing its production targets on all these big things that you're excited about.
So we were very interested to see that it has 52% of its market. Its market share has gone up from the low 30s to the low 50s, and that one of the most, there are 5 trade-ins that are the most popular. One of them is a Honda Civic. He is enlarging his market. So we think he's doing an amazing job. I think it does seem, according to suppliers, they're ramping to the 6,000 Model 3s per week. So time will tell. When Steve Jobs, if he had Twitter and if he could have tweeted, what we would have heard was, and he did say this. He said, "I'm going thermonuclear. I'm going to spend every penny of Apple's $40 billion to destroy Android. Android is stolen software." So, you know, that probably would have played the same way. You know, these are visionaries, they're passionate. They see how they're going to change the world and make it a better place, and they see how much short-sightedness there is in the market. I think it would behoove him maybe to help us understand, help more people understand the way we hope to with this letter, how this model will scale.
Where's this letter? Have you released it yet?
We haven't. We're about to, either today or tomorrow. They'll probably kill me at work for saying that, but either today or tomorrow. It's finished.
And it's a letter you sent to Elon saying,
not yet. We haven't said it.
Okay.
No, but that is the message.
Right. It's obviously 4,000
would
mean a lot of upside from here.
A lot of upside, yeah.
Kathy, thank you.
Thank you.
I have to say that it's incredibly bullish. $4,000, that's a 10-bagger, man. 10-bagger. If that went up $4,000 in the next 10 years, that's a 10-bagger. That's like 100% per year if you were a long-term investor in Tesla. But, you know, a lot of people saying holding this stock for 10 years, oh, that's hard. That's really hard. Most people that are probably watching my video, probably daily, a month, maybe every 2 months they would sell. Some people are probably super long-term investors. Like my motto is long-term investment. I am very bullish on Tesla. I do believe in Tesla. Once they get the $25,000 car out in production, they're gonna sell so many cars, and their brand is gonna be so big. At least this is just my opinion. And yeah, Elon Musk is a visionary, and he is very aggressive, and he wants to grow a company. He wants to change the world. So, I'm a big believer in Tesla. Will I buy stock in Tesla? Maybe one day. Not right now. Maybe one day. But yeah. But I'm definitely gonna be keeping up with this company because I like speculation, and I like Elon Musk's vision. I want to see come to fruition. I'm definitely going to be picking up if a $25,000 Tesla car came out, I would pick one up. It probably cost me $30,000 Canadian because I live in Canada, but I would totally pick one up brand new. I may even pick up a $35,000 Model 3 if they guarantee me full self-driving car in the near future. Then totally down with that. Totally down with that. Like if I can buy a car that say I can go to sleep and wake up and be at my destination, I'm forking over $30,000, $40,000, or $45,000 to buy a Tesla Model 3 Canadian, anyways. I also have US dollars, so I can technically buy it in US too. So. But yeah, I'm very bullish on Tesla. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, please give me a thumbs down. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.